Entrepreneurship is neither a science nor an art. It's more of a practice. It's less of a profession and more of a responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka Business Plan Competition 2019, the third season. Now, CA Sri Lanka has given the opportunity to 6 teams at the finale to present a business plan to the judges. Now, one of these teams will emerge the winner, and this team will have the opportunity to represent Sri Lanka in Australia, all thanks to the Queensland University of Technology. So, the students are ready, the judges are ready, the teams are ready. Now, it's just time for the best team to take the prize.
Let me begin with an invitation to Mr. Jagat Pereira to deliver some introductory remarks and words of welcome in his capacity as President Incumbent of CA Sri Lanka.
In this game, we have conducted throughout the country, all the provinces, and now you have been selected as the final winners of this competition. At today's function, we have to select the best out of the best. So obviously, one will be able to achieve that task and will be able to represent Sri Lanka at the Blue Shift competition in Brisbane towards the end of the year or the second half of the year. Welcome all of you for the grand finale, and I must appreciate the contribution of the QUT and the Sri Lanka Australia Chamber for taking this together with us, so that this program is not just a program that is run in Sri Lanka. The winners will be able to represent the country in Australia.
Pleased to be able to introduce the panel of judges who will officiate at our grand finale today. So, we start off with Dr. Roshan Ajwal.
What we require is really to see innovation, uniqueness, and business plans that could be operationalized, that would add value to this country. Because majority of the economy of this country is contributed by entrepreneurs. And so if we can inculcate that culture, and if I can promote that culture through these programs, it will be very nice.
Next, our judge is Andrew Poltridge.
It's clear the students, even though they're putting forward all their business principles, they're really committed to making a difference. The fact that they're addressing all sorts of sustainability goals, how to improve health in society, how to improve, I guess, the environment and everything else, has probably made this competition the best one that I've been at, just to see how committed the students are and how passionate they are about the ideas.
Our next judge is Mr. Callum De Silva.
I think we are expecting a very close competition, as well as to see the talent in this country. So we are really excited. All the judges are very excited, and the business plans, the written submissions we've seen so far, it has given us a lot of hope. This is going to be a very, very close competition.
The next of our judges is Mr. Ravi Jayawardhan.
CA organizing this business planning competition is absolutely useful because there are few factors for that. One is the magnitude of this competition. It is going across Sri Lanka, and today, of course, we had the best of the best sort of presentations, and that allows the students, though they're at the A-levels stage, to think more practical way, because in the school you learn a lot of theories, a lot of sort of knowledge you gather, but the more importantly, when you really go out of the school or out of the university, the practical application of that knowledge. So there's absolutely, this kind of competition allows students to think more practical way, what they learn, how to convert that into a practical solution.
Next judge, Varuni Amanugama Fernando.
And I'm looking forward to seeing these young people and to see how they will kind of break the rules. You know, don't be conventional, just don't go with the same old have been doing the same things. Think differently, do things differently, and break the rules. That is the most important, set your own rules. So I'm really looking forward to that. And most importantly, from students from right across Sri Lanka. I think that's important because where they're going to compete with each other on one-on-one. And that is a really fabulous opportunity, and I'm grateful to CA for creating this opportunity.
We would like to proceed with the selection of the order of presentation by the participating schools in this grand finale. This will be the order of the presentations on stage before our panel of judges. First off, it will be Ratnavali Balika Vidyalaya. Next will be Museus College. Third will be St. Bridget's Convent. Then fourth will be Bandaranayaka College, Gampaha. Next will be Bandarabala Central College. And finally, Devi Balika Vidyalaya.
People are the most important thing. Your product and your business plan will follow if you have the right people on the right job. That's very important to remember. So, we have chosen 6 teams. So far, 30 schools competed in the regionals to make it to this final of the CA Sri Lanka Business Plan Competition 2019. Out of these 30 schools, the schools that had the highest marks, 6 of these schools that had the highest marks, made it to the finals. The students are arriving, the teams are ready, their game faces are on. Let's go see what they have to say.
First of all, I would like to thank ICASL and the Queensland University of Australia for giving us this golden opportunity. Moreover, we are here with a good experience because of this project, as we are having a priceless experience. We came up with a great idea, introducing Bradley, secured in nutritional value and a unique taste.
Bradley is a breadfruit flour.
Unlike the other gluten-free products, Bradley contains a large amount of amino acids, which is a protein.
You can enjoy Bradley in a variety of tastes that we are introducing, like karapincha and murunga flavors.
And the mission is to offer a high-quality, authentic breadfruit flour at a reasonable price to be instrumental in upholding the health conditions of the nation. With the right raw material, we can double or even triple the freshness of our product.
We used freshly plucked breadfruits to produce Bradley, and a unique production process contains its nutritional value as it is.
Taking a look at the marketing mix, we have taken the traditional 4 P's: product, price, place and promotion.
Product. The product we offer is a fresh taste experience for our customers. It will come in a biodegradable package certified through certifications such as SLS, GMP and ISO 22000.
500 grams of Bradley is 120 rupees. 1 kilogram of Bradley is 220 rupees. And breadfruit flour mixed with moringa leaves and breadfruit flour mixed with karapincha is only 250 rupees.
The ground leaves are then mixed with the flour and sent to the laboratory for quality checking.
Bradley comes in these 3 varieties: raw breadfruits in Bradley, with moringa leaves and with karapincha. Finally, our product will be sent to the stores, packed for transportation and distributed.
Yes, this is our promise to fresh produce.
You don't need to eat less.
You just have to eat right.
Try the heavenly taste of
Bradley. It will mesmerize your taste buds for sure.
How many breadfruit do you actually need to be able to get to that break-even point in terms of how much you have to produce?
We need 4 breadfruits for producing 1 kilogram packet, and in break-even point there are around 50,000 kilograms, so we need 200,000 fruits for that.
And are there 200,000 breadfruit available to you that aren't already being used?
Yeah, we can find very easily because it's available abundant in Sri Lanka.
Mostly during the season.
Yeah.
First to say well done, and how you have studied and rehearsed, all that makes a big difference. Only little gap moving forward, if you can improve yourself, is you have to believe in what you're saying. Sometimes you feel that you have learnt it and you're kind of spewing out or talking out of what you have studied and rehearsed, but this is your brand.
You mentioned that you're looking at exporting. So is that at the end of the 5th year or after the 5-year period? Or
After the 5 years period.
those are not,
No.
those predictions are not in the numbers
no,
at all?
No.
All right, okay. And may I just ask, why do you want to pay yourselves 2.4 million and 800,000 dividends before you get to even the export stage?
First 3 years we will be covering only the western province, and the 4th year we'll be covering the whole country, like we'll be expanding our business. So with that only we decided a dividend.
Thank you very much again for your very hard and good effort, and let's see. Wish you all the best.
We had a lot of fun doing this project and we worked really hard for it, and we really think that we could win this competition and bring glory to Mother Museums.
14th of April 2017. Although it was the dawn of the new year, it was still a very bleak day for the people at Mitramulla. Because as you just witnessed, the infamous huge garbage dump claimed 23 innocent lives of Sri Lankans. But did you know that 40% of this was due to plastic wastage? Tragically, yes it was. But as responsible Sri Lankan citizens, we do not want the history to repeat. So, from such catastrophic events from happening in the future, I want all of y'all to eat your cup. It may sound a little confusing right now, but let me tell you, the cup that I have right here is the ideal solution for this growing plastic issue, because this, ladies and gentlemen, is a biodegradable and edible cup which can be eaten after drinking from it.
Philip Kotler presented a product under 5 levels. We have done this to our product as well to get a better understanding about it, with the core benefit product being the edibility, the basic product being an edible container made out of agar-agar, expected product being features such as biodegradableness and various flavors, augmented product being various customized cups for themed events, and finally the potential product being edible cutlery and plates like Arunali has mentioned.
An important part of our operational plan, which is the break-even analysis. This chart shows our break-even sales for the first 5 years of operation, as well as our estimated sales for those 5 years. As you can see, we will be making a loss during the first year, which is very common for startups. But after 2021, which is our second year, we will be reaching break-even and making continuous profits after that.
Here we have a snapshot of our funding and equity. As you can see, we have an initial share capital amount of 5 million, 1.25 million each invested by the 4 of us. And then we would also be obtaining a bank loan of 15% at 15% of 4 million, which we intend to repay back entirely by the end of year 5. And also we will be paying off a dividend of 1 million. This I will be elaborating more during my analysis of the statement of financial position. So let me move on to the key financial statements now. As you can see here, we have our projected profit and loss statement. All 3 figures, the sales, gross profit and profit after tax, they're positive and continue to rise throughout the 5-year period, with the exception of this -7% in 2020. But however, it turns into positive from 2021 due to the fact that we will be breaking even by then. And we sincerely hope that you would join with us in making our endeavor a success. So thank you. This is us signing off. We're incredible. Simply edible.
I think there were a few things that I wanted to mention. The way the name, the brand name, edible part of it is very creative. So it's kind of outstanding. So all that matters. But my question, there are just 2 tiny questions. You refer to a psychological pricing. What exactly did you mean by that?
Customers believe that they're paying a lesser amount. So rather than targeting at 130 rupees, we say we're pricing it at 129 rupees. 129.90 cents.
what is the core benefit she's looking at, or the target segment? What is your, my first, that's the second question. First question is, your main target group is who?
So the primary target group, income-wise, we are targeting the middle to high upper income classes.
Demographic-wise?
Demographic-wise, the tree hugger flavor, which is the green color one you have, so it's targeted
It's
at...
like, say, in terms of the age profile?
Each product, we have a different flavor. So we have decided these flavors also based on people's demographic factors, so age groups.
You said that this is for people who are, ethically minded, into sustainability because of plastics, etc. Yet you're going to target the chocolate towards 10 to 15-year-olds. A parent's going to buy that, and if they are ethically and sustainably minded, then will they actually want to get chocolate into kids?
So the sustainability idea is not throwing off, not using plastic, not about not getting...
I understand, but do you see a conflict between the two ideas? We want to save the planet, but we're happy to help the kids get heavier.
They wouldn't get heavier. The calorie content, actually we've used a calorie calculator on the internet. So with the ingredients we use, it averages at around 130. I know it's not healthy calories altogether, but no harm in having 130.
Okay, so thank you very much again for your very beautiful and very nice presentation. You were very confident about what you were presenting, and let us wish you all the very best.
Thank you, sir.
Such a competition like this would give an opportunity for young students like us in order to showcase our talents. So taking part in such an opportunity, we will be doing a product today which is made out of cassava. It will be a biscuit. So we hope the society will get a lot of benefits through our product.
The business idea. This project proposal aims to capture the business plan for Casco Biscuit, which is a biscuit made out of cassava, which will support a healthy lifestyle among the healthy communities. Biscuit is a food which is loved by everyone regardless of age and gender. But the main question is it always healthy? Consumption of too much sugar may lead to other health problems. As a solution for this, we have come up with Casco, which is a brand which produces healthy biscuits made out of cassava. Cassava is found in the wet zone and the intermediate zone of our country and stands out as a calorie-deficient, low-income population source of energy.
So now let's take a look at the marketing plan of our product. The biscuit industry has become a globally expanding market today, as it is something which delights everyone in the world. However, a notable trend in the biscuit industry is that people seek for products that can quell their hunger and also energize them on the go. Therefore, we can see a rise in demand for products of high nutritious value. So our target market would be people who are seeking for a healthy lifestyle, people who are expecting a weight loss in the future, and patients such as celiac patients, diabetic patients, cancer patients, as well as school children.
Now I would like to explain you the method of making this Casco biscuit. First of all, the cassava is peeled and then it is washed and then it is boiled in a low temperature to retain its nutrition. Then it is mashed in the machine and the flour is sifted by the sifting machine. Then the ingredients such as butter, eggs, sugar, water and vanilla extract, they are all mixed together in the mixing machine.
In the 100-gram packs, we would be having the break-even point in units about 13,335, and in rupees it would be 2,008,000. And as you all can see in the graph, we would be producing 60,000 units for a year, and after making 30,000 units, we will be gaining profits.
We reassure you all that further research and development will be done in order to make this venture a success.
In your work, have you done this particular biscuit? Check with the consumer, she is going to buy this.
Yeah, we actually had a bake sale in our school, and we...
Your school?
Yes.
Okay.
And so we distributed our product to the students, and we actually got some favorable remarks also from them.
Have you looked at product pipeline? What's coming next?
These are 2 flavors with raisins and desiccated coconut, and we are hoping to introduce many flavors.
While you have given all your information in a print form, which you have done very well, all the information intact in place.
As I said, we are the Nayakans. We are the people who learn from our past, live in the present and plan to the future. So no matter what happens, we'll be leading. Thank you. In ancient Sri Lankans, our warriors used to carry 2 things when they got to know that the battle has been begun. The 2 things was, the first one, already as usually the weapon, the sword. And the next one was the most interesting part. That thing was a pack of meals which had been made using jack, cinnamon and also honey. This can be preserved for months. By inspiring from that story, now we are standing here at this point from Jackbeat Productions.
Our brand name is Jackbeat. As Sri Lankans, you all know the substitute of food. So the substitute of rice, it's jack. And our product is some kind of bite. So we put the name Jackbeat. And if we take our pricing strategy is differentiates pricing strategy. And our product Jacksin, which comes under the brand name, this is sweetened jack chips with cinnamon. So if we talk about the target market, our main target is office crowd in the age limit of 25 to 55.
The jack pieces will be sliced by this slicing machine into a shape which is similar to French fries. I know most of you have tasted French fries, but I ensure you this is much tastier and much crispier. And moving on to the next process, that is our frying process. In the frying process, we use branded and double refined coconut oil, and there is very less cholesterol in that coconut oil.
After the break-even analysis is calculated, the break-even or the total cost is covered after about 2.5 years. So you might ask whether why such a long time is taken to cover our total cost. The main reason behind this is this break-even analysis is prepared for the first year. It's done for the initial year. In the initial year, we produce only 50-gram packets, not 100-gram packets. In the second year only, we produce 100-gram packets plus 50-gram packets.
This is something ours. You might accept this. This is something ours. And in our language, I'm going to give you a final touch. This is Hele Sampradayika Urumaya Atikkramaneta.
According to your analysis here, you need to be able to break even. You need to be able to get 2,400,000 jackfruit in the first year, which works out at, I think it's around 6,000 per day. Do you have the capacity to pick and collect and store 6,000?
So even now, we have a land of 3 acres in Abagaspitiya near to Gampaha, which is fully cultivated with jack. Even by there, we can get about 70 to 75% of jack. The other things will be collected by our carriage inwards by connecting with the cooperative societies.
If you, however good your brand is, if your market doesn't know about it, especially with the new innovations you're talking about, jack this and jack that and all of the new jack pep and all of that, if you don't communicate, that might be a problem. So you cannot actually have a break when you have a brand like this in your communication, because you have to keep telling the people, you have to keep engaging.
And when you're going on the health platform, since it's a fried product, we have seen the oil is a negative factor, oil and sugar in the health platform, right? Always the top of the mind 2 ingredients that comes in, the sugar and oil. And since it's a fried one, how do you look at that?
In the product diversification, we expect to give a product which have sugar free.
It is the first time we are participating in this competition, and being one of the final team is a great pleasure for us. Our strength is in the in the hard work and in the presentation, we are quite sure that we will win.
We have designed our business plan in a way that it helps to solve an international problem. Improper waste disposal methods cause pollution. Mainly, organic garbage causes air pollution, releasing methane to the environment. In this diagram, you can clearly see the operational plan of our business, that is collecting the waste and conserving it, and then the fertilizers are produced. The environmental factors which affect the business. The macro and micro environmental factors affect the business to a great extent. For example, the customer's willingness to buy a product who needs heaters in a hotter climate. In this diagram, you can clearly see the micro and macro environmental factors which affects the business.
Our mission is to create cleaner environment to future generation free of unpleasant gases and heaps of garbage in their surrounding. As well as our vision is to utilize available resources and modern technology to transform green waste to a marketable good which has a substitute for imported chemical fertilizer and thereby save foreign exchange and helps to produce organic food.
The investment plan. This shows regarding the present investment work to be done and the total investment, and this shows a grand total of 1.3 million, and the debt and the equity percentages are as 74% and 26%. Break-even analysis. This is a point which led us to determine whether the sellings of the monthly or annual basis could be covered by the cost of the business. So the BEP is fixed cost and variable cost per unit of sales and the revenue. This is a point where the total cost is equal to the total revenue. I would like to say less pollution, let's stop pollution and consume organic foods, and let's grow a healthy life.
It's a very interesting brand name, Max Grow. What made you think of that? Yes, other than for the fact that it's fertilizer, what was the creative discussion that you had, talking amongst each other? How did you come up with this brand name?
We are using an organic fertilizer.
Right.
It gives our product for maximum growth and it gives a good quality products at the last.
Did you think about trying to measure the effectiveness of your plan using non-financial outputs? So, indicators such as the amount of waste that was reduced or anything else like that. Did you have a look at other indicators as to how successful you would be?
Our success is when the garbage landfills are reduced. Our main objective is that to reduce the garbage and landfills and air pollution.
You mentioned that your break-even point is around 275,000 kilos. Were you thinking just about doing it in and around Bandarawala, or were you thinking of expanding to other areas as well, say Valimado, Nuwara areas?
We have people who do this business. First, marketing is not that big. We don't mean to expand. After doing it in Bandarawala area, because Nuwara, those areas are also very famous for this cultivation. So we'll be popularizing it and distribute for those areas.
To get into the finals. So as a team, we hope to give our best today, and we'll be wishing luck to all the competitors.
Why can't we gift something like a green product instead of a set of plastics? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the green concept.
Gift Green is a private limited company manufacturing and selling eco-friendly gift back to the local market in order to promote the gifting green concept, and which it will be its first step in introducing the gifting green concept. And also it is situated in Boralla, founded by 4 entrepreneurs. And regarding the vision, Gift Green will be a vanguard of a zero waste future. Our mission is to build a pioneer in the horticulture industry, which not only beautifies the environment but also add a value to it. So we conducted a comprehensive market analysis and found out that Sri Lankan consumers show an increasing tendency to go green. According to our online market survey, results of which are attached in the appendix, we found out that 81% of the participants intend to switch to green gifting. Since our product is an innovation, we do not have any direct competitors, but we do have a few indirect competitors.
So basically we have planned a startup cost of 4.5 million, and out of that 60%, which is 2.07 million, is expected as investor capital, and the left, which is 40%, which is 1.38 million, is expected to earn as debt. So moving on to the next one, which is the statement of profit and loss. So basically we are hoping to operate just one stall in Colombo in the very first 2 years, and 9.7% of 7 million of income is expected, and by the third year you can see that there's an increasement from 9.7 million to 18.15 million. So this is basically because of the installation of the new stall in Colombo again. And again, when it comes to the fifth year, you can see it has grown up to 25 million. The sales have grown up to 25 million, basically because of the installation of the third new branch in Gampaha. So basically we see a growth rate of sales at a rate of 25%. Green is a lucky color, and obviously the color of the nation, and obviously the color of the money too. So it's up to you all to decide to invest. So join with the green team to make changes in lives. Thank you.
Can you patent? You may be able to patent the name, etc., but the concept of giving this type of thing, you can't patent a concept like that. So again, I just worry about who might be able to take that over, but we'll come back to that. My second question was, I was trying to work out whether or not your idea is what you're selling, or is your idea really you as a company that wants to sell green products, which could be expanded beyond just the plants to other sorts of things that people might want to buy to help them to be green.
Yes, so so in the long run, we plan to saturate after about 5 years. So, but initially, we'll be retailing the plants and stuff.
Yeah, this is the very first step that we are taking as a company. As in, in the long run, we are probably coming up with new ideas and all. So yeah,
you're starting out. It's a startup almost. So you have two brands there. Your corporate brand is Gift Green, and you have nicely done a logo and all of that. Then there's also a sub-brand called Pure Pack.
No, this is like our company is Gift Green, and this is the product that we are giving.
Yes.
So yeah,
but then you have to be clear where you're going to put your money, because when you're going to communicate, right now there's a slight confusion because the bags are Gift Green, what is seen is Gift Green, then suddenly there's Pure Pack. So you have to be careful as to which is the brand that you're going to actually push, because you will have a limited amount of money.
What was the feedback that you get from marketing? So say for a female, for a male, or from a demographic point of view, how did that go?
So that's basically when we were doing the research, we found out, so basically it's a plant. So whether it's male or female, you can so they were okay with the plant. But then regarding the packaging, so when it comes to females, will be packaged, they can customize the packaging in a different way than the way the males want it. And that product, the luxury premium pack, so in that you can customize the pot. So now we have the one of a shoe, so you can get it customized according to your preferences. So we'll be doing it.
Now we would like to invite Mr. Laknath Peres in his capacity as Chairman, Media and Communications Committee of the Institute of Chartered Accountants, Sri Lanka.
The level of talent and professionalism displayed this morning in the business plan were very promising, and I believe if this is the level of the talent they possess, our country no doubt, is in good hands in the future. It is known fact that Sri Lanka needs successful entrepreneurs to create wealth and generate employment. Therefore, I believe it has become necessary, important for us as the national accounting body to develop and harness the entrepreneurial skills among our future business leaders. With this belief, in 2015, CS Sri Lanka embarked on an important mission by launching the business plan competition. The competition, which was initially concentrated within Colombo, expanded island-wide and have grown to be what it is today, with the support of our invaluable partners, the Queensland University of Technology and Sri Lanka Australian Chamber of Commerce.
Today, it has become one of the important agenda items of CS Sri Lanka. When we do the calendar, we always mark dates for the business plan competition. We are not stopped there. Presently, we are planning, the council has already given the approval, and we are now working on the modalities to organize 2 national-wide school programs. One is CA Leader, the other one is CA Orator. These 2 programs will go through all the schools around the country, and we will bring the best out of the best to the public very soon. In this program, business plan competition, our intention is to make sure our students are ready with other competencies when they complete their school education. You all know the certificate only will not serve the purpose. You need to have several other competencies, especially on the soft skills and understanding of the businesses. So this program you are working on will definitely give you a lot of value once you go out of the school.
Thank you very much for your attention. And now we would like to invite Mr. Andrew Poltridge, who's already been introduced in a manner of speaking and also served in the panel of judges earlier today, the Assistant Dean International of QUT Business School. Andrew.
Using these events to help students get the skills by looking at problems holistically, by learning how to present professionally in front of an audience such as this. And I must say that the students that have done that today have done a fantastic job. The thing which impressed me most about the teams today was not just that they had presented their business plans, and of course they all want to make money, they all want to be the next Jack Ma or the next Steve Bezos or whatever it might be, but what most impressed me was that all of the teams had real reasons for wanting to do it. You know, ethical reasons, they wanted to save the world, environmental reasons, looking at health issues, etc. And the things they were trying to achieve weren't just business outcomes, but they were outcomes for the society and for our environment. And I think that's a really important thing that's come out of this. And I think that's a great message that's come out of the whole CA competition. So it's been an honour for QUT to be involved. We've agreed to be involved in this for another 2 years, and I'm really looking forward to coming back for the next 2 years to see those presentations as well. Thank you once again, and we look forward to the presentation shortly. Thanks everyone.
Would like to invite to the lectern as our next speaker, the President of the Australia-Sri Lanka Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Callum De Silva.
We went through 6 great business plan presentations this morning. As the father of a daughter, it was encouraging to see 4 girls' schools actually being represented, and one of the other teams also had 2 girls. So it was 4.5 teams of girls and 1.5 teams of boys. And we had a running battle with Varuni, our other judge, as to how good the females are, and then this is a testament to that, so well done. I would just like to say one more thing to the winners, whoever that will be. So May is a great time to come to Brisbane. We have so many things planned for you guys, whoever it is. So it's just an hour from the Gold Coast with all the theme parks and so on and so forth. You will have a great time in addition to taking part in the competition itself. So all the very best, whoever the winners are.
And now it's with much pleasure that we invite our guest of honor, His Excellency David Holly, High Commissioner Designate for Australia in Sri Lanka and the Maldives.
Education is such an important and vital tool, and your schools are ones that recognise that and have been able to sponsor and foster that relationship. But you know, in Australia, we also recognise education as being exceptionally important, and it is absolutely delightful to have Andrew Poltridge here from QUT to be helping to expand that link of education across our two countries.
And now to our chief guest, who's been mentioned several times already, so all I need to say is Mr. Aravind De Silva, in his capacity here today as the Deputy Chairman of the Ideal Group of Companies.
Every plan, you have to understand, every plan sometime is not going to be the winning plan. But with passion sometimes, you might be able to make it a winning plan. But what you learn with education and structure is to try and have those processes to be successful, even at times, difficult times, to try and adjust and make those changes to the way it's going to be a successful plan. Always remember, I made a mistake there by doing this, so please I'm not going to make the same mistake again. And that is when you will really progress in life.
The grand prize will be awarded the winners, a sum of 250,000 rupees, along with the opportunity to take part in the Blue Shift case competition in 4 weeks from now, organized by the QUT. And it will be an all expenses covered opportunity for the team as well as the teacher in charge to travel to Brisbane in Australia. So that's 250,000 plus. The first runner-up will receive a prize of 150,000 rupees, and the second runner-up will receive a prize of 100,000 rupees. So there we are. Now, before we have the top three announced, the participating finalists will also be given tokens of appreciation for having been part of our event here today. So we have some gift packs and some mementos to be handed over, and then the representative from the school will come and accept. The team from Devi Balika Vidyalaya. Museus College, St. Bridget's Convent, Bandaranayaka College in Gampaha, Ratnavali Balika Vidyalaya, Bandarawala Central College. Now, the awarding of the second runner-up. Second runner-up, and therefore in third place, Bandaranayaka College. First runner-up, therefore in second place, Devi Balika Vidyalaya. First place, therefore the champions, Museus College. champions of the CA Sri Lanka Business Plan Competition for 2019.
All right, you guys, the CA Sri Lanka Business Plan 2019 winners. Congratulations, Muses. Congratulations. Binuri, how do you guys feel?
Excited. We're really glad we won this. Yeah, I don't know what to say. So we worked really hard for it. Like, there were like times we went home at around 11 after practices and all. And we would really like to thank all our teachers and our parents. They worked really, they helped us a lot. And yeah, and my wonderful teammates as well. They did a wonderful job. I'm so glad.
Brilliant. Where do you think your strengths were in the presentation, in the entire project? Where do you think your strengths were?
I think the fact that we were so committed to it. Like when we first had the workshop, we got the idea there itself. And we were like, let's do this. We can do this. So I think being that committed is what brought us here.
That's it. Muses College emerges as the winners of the CA Sri Lanka Business Plan Competition 2019 Season 3, all thanks to their incredible edible cups. These girls will be flying all the way to Australia to represent Sri Lanka thanks to the Queensland University of Technology. And with that, we will be ending our show, but with the hope that you keep looking for solutions to real life problems, because that is what an entrepreneur would do. We'll see you next time.